welcome to episode 441 of the Dead Pixels of the Internet with your host Joe
and Lorne.
We're back one more time.
Yay!
Is it really a cause for yay this whole week? It's a lot has changed within just literally this 1 week that we've we've been off. It's insane. It really is. I don't know what to think anymore. So if you haven't,
I don't know either.
If you haven't, well, this is a thing. This is also a global thing too. It's not just in the U.S. But there's giant protests happening all over the world. But in America, from what I can tell, it's a little bit more on the riotous side. So that's what's been happening the entire week. Ever since the unlawful death of George Floyd that happened last week, I think around either Thursday or Wednesday, something like that.
What, his death? His death happened Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah. And yeah, so there's been plenty of protests going around from every single city. I think it just happened on that day too, because we were talking about it that Saturday, or last Saturday. We were saying it was happening in Minneapolis, and all the protesting going there, and it got a little violent over there.
Yes, it got a little bit violent, and it just transpires in different other places as well too. When other places is protesting, and for people who are protesting, from the Dead Pixels Internet, guys, be safe.
Yeah.
Just be safe out there because you don't want to be part. No, I understand being part of a message is cool, but also be safe for your own guy's safety. Because right now, it's just a lot of crazy shit going on, and no one should not be. When you go to a protest, you're going there not to be violent. You're going to speak a message. There's no reason why violence should be in a protest.
Yeah.
And that's coming from the police side and for the protester side, everything else.
Yeah.
When you want to be part of protest. You want to hear, speak your message. You want your message to be loud and heard. You're not supposed to get, shot with any rubber bullets or get sprayed with tear gas or mace or all that nonsense. So from the Dead Pixels Internet, just be safe. In our city in Chicago, we have been having some good peaceful protesters. Right now, there's a protest going on the south side of Chicago, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be a peaceful protest as well.
Yeah. But when it first started here, and in other couple of countries, and other cities, it got to the point where it was some parts where it got pretty dangerous, and that was kind of crazy, only because there were parts they shut off the train going to downtown.
Yeah,
and they boarded up a bunch of places because of all the rioting, and then there was some looting happening in all states also. And that's what sucks right there. I mean, I know people are always against the whole thing of it's a weird political climate we're in right now. It really is. I mean, speaking from our side, it's just this sucks. I mean, everything for me is just everything sucks right now. All points are just really not. I don't know. Even if you say stuff like that. People are like, "Oh, you're either with us or against us." I'm like, "Damn, it's either or, huh?"
It just right now, I just think safety is first.
Yeah.
No, it's just very, very safety is first, and don't endanger yourself. And I told one of my coworkers because they was going to be in part of a protest happening. They was speaking in right mind. I just hey, just be cool, just you go down. For me, it's just go ahead, hear your voice. But as soon as stuff gets, a little bit shaky and uncomfortable, just leave. Just leave. He's like, you know what? My message crossed right now. I'm right now feeling very, very tense. I'm not feeling like, hey, I'm in a predicament that I can control. And like I have to say it in these trying times, to use that word, I never used that phrase as trying times before. Tension is very, very high.
Yeah,
like at work, I had like many different encounters of people just really aggressively, and I had to be like,
what you mean?
relax.
You mean like just customers or just people outside or?
Yeah, just customers and just in general, just like, yo, what is going on?
Jeez.
This is not the time.
Yeah, it isn't. The fact that like they were closing down places and because I remember I was like taking my sister to work, and she works at like a grocery store. They didn't even say anything because we just went over there, and as soon as we got there, it was like, oh, we're closing early. I'm like, oh man, okay. And this was like, yeah, that Sunday after the podcast, and it was like, oh my god.
Me Saturday?
The day after, so Sunday.
Oh, okay, yeah, Sunday, yeah. Because like Saturday, it was.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so
like even Monday with me, they's like, hey, don't come in, we closing early.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah, and it's like, oh, we closing early? So yeah, so we closing at 2, so you don't have to come in today. I was like, okay. And then I got a text like, hey, don't even come in tomorrow because we're not gonna be opening.
Huh. That's ridiculous.
Oh. And I'm just like, okay. And then it was like, yeah, so just be safe out there. And then people, there's a couple of people ask me, it's like, so how you feeling about current situation? I'm like, right now, it is what it is right now. It's a sucky situation. It's like, so what should I say to this situation right now? It's a sucky situation. It's not a situation that I'm like, hey, if you ask me, oh, do you want to talk about it? I just like, how it brings me to a point in time of like asking people, what do you need to talk about? Like, hey, why do a certain demographic of like a law enforcement don't like my skin color?
Yeah.
Like how not to pretty much bring race into this podcast, but just like, hey, I'm a black male, and it's like I feel like sometimes it's like, hey, I have to be extra on my P's and Q's instead of having like, I'm not sure how to like explain like in a certain different way. Be like, hey, there's like, compared to like, Joseph being Filipino, he had to act like different between with me being as a black male, a black American male. It just like had to be like completely different. Everything else, there's like, hey, even though it's supposed to be all equal and well and all this stuff is, but it's like it's not. I have to be different. I have to look different, even if my name is like completely different from, like, say it was like my name was Jamal or something like very like, I would say obtusely not like American, then be like, I'd be look at and I'd be like, hey, typecast this and something. But since my name is Lorne, it's like, oh, okay, that's like a neutral name. Even when I had to, like, when bringing my daughter's name, I had to keep it like neutral. Even like I had to keep it really neutral, pretty not like, hey, it's American sounding. It's like, oh, okay, it's not offensive. It's not something that if in her future she will get like, hey, like, you sound like a very
ethnic sounding,
a ghetto ebonic like name, so we not have to look you over or like any school over or whatnot. It's just all those things I was pretty much raised from. Like, hey, sometimes your name can pretty much put you out of contention, and you can have all like the rewards and all this stuff at all. But no, if they look at your name, it's just like nah, not even worth it. Even like my rewards at work and everything else, I had to pretty much know I had to work extra hard because it's like I'm fighting against the establishment. And I don't even like using no, I don't even like oh yeah, this and that. But I'm like in deep down inside, yeah, I am like pretty much fighting for my way to get respect. And I know it's not like, hey, it's like it's there, but it's like blatant. It's just like, hey, it's frequently there. Like, hey, here go what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay.
Well, like I was about to say though, we already mentioned this last week, but if you constantly are on social media and watching all this and always have like keep refreshing, keep feeding yourself into it, it's not good.
Turn it off.
It's not good.
No, like just turn it off because it's not healthy.
Yeah.
You need to unplug, like pretty much in a way on the good song Thundercat. It's always good to unplug.
Yeah, but it's hard to though, because then there's the whole thing of I saw the meme of like, oh, you either want to stay informed or keep your mental health, sane.
I better keep my mental health.
Yeah.
Then like pretty much stay informed because my mother keeps like the news channel like pretty much
too. The
on.
same thing with me. I'm just like I see that I'm just like can we? I mean, I'm just like I can't. I know I get it. It's bad, but keep watching it. It just doesn't feel good.
Yeah, so I cannot like pretty much focus and like listen to like the news. Like describing the words of the man over in DC or where the hell he's at right now. That pretty much of different things he say or different words he's saying, like, oh, this is a word that he said like from this and that, or it's a reference to all this stuff. I'm like, dude, I just don't know. I just cannot because just so much of it, you just be like, I'm gonna be brain dead.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, I cannot.
You can also just become very numb to it, which is not good either. So stuff like that does happen, and you're just like, oh, I guess that's it. Then you're at that point where you've seen already too much, and you've
seen already too much, and you've done so much, and you be like, well, why just? Yeah. I just think it's like, yo, it's kind of crazy right now. It is insane.
I also still have pandemic brain happening too, because I see that, and I think it was like, it's not good. I mean, it's just, we got to the point where this thing has trumped over, the pandemic that was happening.
Well, even the thing is, the pandemic didn't go away.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, people are like, this matters more. I'm just like, hey, it sucks that it does happen, but my God, it couldn't have come at the worst time. That's all I gotta say. I mean, it's always the worst time for it, but.
Yeah, racism never goes away. Also know what doesn't go away? Oh, that coronavirus. That still's in fact. But racism is still here to play. And I'm like, yo, I understand, like, no, all this going on, but also we still in a pandemic. We still need to survive. Yeah, I still not going to like, hey man, I still don't trust people. Like, trust people like, hey, despite of like how everything else, like, yeah, I understand, like, with Black Lives Matter right now, it's just like with all the stuff is going on, I'm still living a pandemic. Like, hey, fam, I don't want to get sick.
Yeah,
I don't want none of this.
I'm still in that
like
one too.
People ask me, it's like, oh, well, did the thing that everybody was doing, like that black square for Instagram? I'm like, no, I didn't do it. And one of my friends like, why? I said, because I know what I have to do. I am black.
Well, the thing is, like, it's like the spread awareness. I'm pretty sure people are aware now.
I'm aware of what's going on.
It's honestly, I feel like it's kind of more of a virtue signaling thing, which is like, hey, look how cool I am for doing this. I know it's all in the right state of mind, but I'm just like, I mean, it's saying the same thing. I didn't do the whole like, oh, put your favorite character to raise awareness for child abuse. I'm like, I know child abuse exists, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
dumb for me for stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Like I said, I know racism exists. I know this. Only thing I have to say is, what we gonna do to change?
Yeah.
Change it. That's the only thing I have to say is, what we gonna do to change it? But yeah, we stand in solidarity. Cool, awesome. I'm about let's change this right now. If you're not gonna change it right now, then what is the point of all this? It's a cool little hashtag that you did. Everything else, awesome.
Yeah.
But it's not being like a Debbie Downer. Cool. I'm glad that like majority of my friends have like not have like is not closed minded. I'm glad they don't have no individuals that completely see me like, oh well, you blah 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 blah. If they do that, as my friends, like screw them. You know, I have like don't get me wrong. I have friends that are Republicans that I'm like, okay, I can have a disagree with, but you know what? I can see their point of like, you know, I can see their point of reason of like doing that, like being like selecting that party, but I do not see no point of pretty much me having like, oh yeah, I keep racist friends. Like, no, I don't.
That's a weird thing to say.
That's one of the few things. Like, no, I don't keep racist friends. If I do have any racist friends who listen to this podcast, fuck you. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. Also,
you know, be like, oh well, if they like, oh well, you know, Lorne, I don't see yourself as being black. What? Well, I guess, but at the same time, explain to the public is saying like, hey, on my ID they say nationality black, not as person, not as human. They list me as one category. Even though my nationality is completely very mixed in my family, but you know what? Y'all see me as being one person, and that's black.
Well, like I was about to say, also with the whole thing of like, you know, staying online and doing all that, it's also like a lot of misinformation that gets shared too.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of who's who of information that's like, oh, it's this and this and blah 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 blah. And like, okay, what's really true?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like the whole brick thing, I don't care about. Well, what is bricks here? I'm just like, okay, this is Facebook Mixery 101. I just don't want to. Just stop.
Yeah. So like when you post stories like, oh, this thing happened, they just got stuff. You get to the point like, did it really happen? And you should be saying that stuff like, it's like, you know, you should be questioning something like that, even if it's for the right or wrong cause. You should just be like, well, I just want to see proof, though. You can't just say something like that, and then you know we just accept it.
Yeah. Well, I think one thing I saw is before everything was going on. It was like, oh yeah, we were sort of there's a picture of people wearing like I guess like, you know, like the facial mask and everything else doing the like 1918s, and it was like a sporting event or whatever, and they turned out just fine. I'm just like, what proof is this? I never seen this before. What evidence that there was a big plague like 102 years ago? Really? I was there. I don't know. I was not born that time frame. Who says that was real?
Yeah, I know.
Who says that actually did happen? Or was just some group of people Photoshop something? I don't know.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Only thing I do know right now is that every single big thing that happens and there's protesters, there's always casualties. There's always different casualties. Yeah. And right now in America, there's casualties happening all over. It doesn't matter what race you are. It's just right now everybody getting it, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Like for example, I do not want to see anyone get hurt. But why? But only thing I have to ask: why is police is tripping so bad right now?
Yeah, it's actually brought the worst out in everybody. So, and well, you see it more in like the police side too. That is like, Jesus Christ! That's just not necessary.
Yeah, like what is going on with the police is acting super crazy. Like is that sleeper agents? Like something like oh, it's like to bring a video game analogy, it's like, oh, it's like Mass Effect 2. What's the dude name? The big ass mean God. Take over the Reapers.
The Reapers.
No, it's the dude.
You should know. A Legion.
Not Legion, but it's not Legion, but the other one, the main bad guy.
This
Direct Control.
Oh, assume Direct Control.
Yeah, it just seemed like everyone like assume director control, destroy these humans. I'm like, wait, what? What is going on? Why is certain police officers just must be like, you know what, fuck this, and they just go crazy. And I'm like, what?
It's just everyone's in fear now, so they're just gonna
I'm
just
like,
lash out at everything. Also, it's not good because like everyone has a camera, everyone can record everyone, so it's like
yes,
this isn't good for either side because like you show that side and then it's like you got
that's
proof
what
now.
I
You
was
got
like,
proof.
I'm like, fam, you got proof. Everybody would get you. And I don't get like why all these like dumb idiots that like do random stuff like, oh well, I'll go tear down these posters because I don't respect Black Lives Matter or whatever you saying, and they get recorded on the phone. I say, and they upload it to Twitter or someone. I say, dude, that's like 1,000 people. Fine, like 1,000 to 100,000 people. Fine, who are you, random guy who decide to go on the bike path? Like, no, I'm going to be angry, man. And someone record you and they and face recognize you. Fam, there's a lot of people in the internet nowadays pretty much have time, and when they have time, they can find your ass. And I'll be like, yo, fam, you don't want
They
people
probably
signal boosting
don't.
it.
They aren't really used to that whole thing because like yeah, people can if will do like online vigilante justice and
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like
no,
this.
that look,
So it's a lot of like
that's the
older
scary
like
thing.
people that are like inexperienced with that. They don't know like if you're being recorded, it's not they're not gonna record it just for like their own sake. It's gonna be everywhere.
Uh-huh. It could be everywhere, and guess what? And people will find like there's 1,000, like 100 and hundreds of cases, like that lady in like Central Park.
Yeah,
Okay, they found her within within a day or so, and ruined her life.
yeah, it's
Okay,
crazy, man.
ruined her life. And that dude who was in like whatever like bike path and everything else, and he
Yeah.
thought he was doing that. Yeah, they found you, fam. They found your information. Also, and cops too. You'll be like, oh well, they not gonna find me, blah blah blah, because I have a helmet on and everything else. Fam, they could pause that picture and like data and just look through like, oh, what city is this? Okay, what police officer we can find them? Okay, cool. And then they could like, oh, okay, we could contact that particular precinct, and then pretty much signal boost like, yeah, this officer has been like they could be pretty much vigilante swatting.
Yeah.
They are doing. And like I don't like swatting because people just have the blood. That's a good thing about swat. No, I'm not saying a good thing about
I will
swatting.
never say swatting is good.
I just say there's good vigilante justice.
Yeah.
And that's loosely term of vigilante justice. Pretty much of like swatting. It's pretty much of like, hey, you're doing a good thing to try like for the cause. But then, like, swatting in general, I find it's really disgusting because, just like, I just go use my power to ruin this person's life.
Yeah.
And I just think that it's, like, not mildly, but 100% disgusting.
Yeah, it's.
And, like, if you did I ever get swatted? No. Do I want to get swatted? No. Like, for example, I don't have no reason someone want to swat me unless they want to try and take me down. But at the same time, like, there's people out there who just want to, like, you know what? Fuck it. I just want the world to burn and, like, want to make this person to get hurt. Also, I have to tell you, if you go swat against someone and go do all this stuff here, that's just an asshole thing. And I just hope right now the technology that we got, that, like, people be like, okay, they can trace that call back and get at that person. Like, oh, okay, well, the cops, because, the government knows everything.
The government knows.
So that's why, so I'm just hoping that one day, if someone decide to want to swat against someone, guess what? That shit can come back to you, fam. Hardcore.
Yeah.
Also, Keemstar's a dick.
Jesus. I think people already knew that, though. I already did not like that dude from the get-go.
Well, I don't even follow, like, that whole internet, like, scene and everything else, but I just look at Keemstar just like, that's just seem like some dickish type of vibes. I'm like, you know what? I don't even like Keemstar. Signal boost this to Keemstar. Fuck you, Keemstar.
Wow. I mean, it doesn't even
because
matter.
just like, I don't respect an individual who's like pretty much who feeds off for like negativity and signal boost like, hey, it's part of my job, I'm depressed. No, you're not depressed. You just pretty much take about rumors and just pretty much rumors, and then you just using this to your fame. You just pretty much like, well, you give opinions. That's what press is about, opinions, and you using the term Presley, you're not press at all. Like,
I mean, I need to say that to this point right now. If you got a camera, you're outside.
you
you're
are the press. So pretty much, like, well, for example, me and Joe's press, but we actually covered different things, fam. You just covered, you two celebrities or whatever celebrities is the it factor for nowadays. I'm so fucking disgusted about that. Just seriously, like, yuck.
Well, the thing is also that's going on with that was the people who also take advantage during this riotous time was doing all the looting, because you go on Snapchat and then you can like
they delete that shit fast too.
Yeah, you can click on like the area and then you can see like the protests happening, but along with that, people just going inside stores and just looting like crazy.
Yeah, which the Dead Pixel Internet always joke about, like, hey, looting, but no, we don't promote looting at all.
I don't really like it, but then the people always like, oh yeah, but what products can be saved? But people, I'm just like, I know that's true, but in the long run, it's not good.
Yeah, not good at all. Also, if you try and loot the Apple Store, boy, what is wrong with you? If you try and loot any Apple product, they can trace that back to you.
Yeah.
Okay, they'd be like, oh, okay, you go loot our stuff? Guess what? We know where your information at. This belongs to at this location. Please take it back to it.
Yeah.
Oh, the factory set it. No, you can't factory set different, like, electronic items.
Yeah. Well, this I know people out there will equate like, oh yeah, you don't like looting, that means you're, like you hate the cause. I'm like, no.
No, I don't.
I just don't like it because like in the future, people who want food in this one area won't have it, and there's studies about like food deserts happening right now.
Yeah, and also prices goes up when you loot stuff.
Yeah. So
taxes goes up, and then you wonder why I'm paying so much in taxes. Well, remember the time that Billy decided to loot that one store in that one particular area? Well, it went up. Like product went it went high up in the shot in the margin.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, yo.
Anytime I see that statement like, oh, property can be rebuilt, lives can, I'm like, okay. And then in the now, yes, but in the future, it's not good. Well.
And then now I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Like if you destroy a building, okay. If not destroy a building, if you mark the building, okay, whatever, that can pay you off. But if you decide to take items from that store, like, I'm just thinking, like, guys, you gotta think the long run pictures. There's cameras, there's everything. Like, technology is so far in advance that they can find you.
Yeah.
Out there.
Yeah.
And like there's cameras everywhere. You go like, oh, I'll go steal some electronics and this and that, and then you go plug it into your house and all this stuff here. They could track it, be like, oh, okay. They could go to your house like, oh yeah, you arrested this product. Oh, you go steal some laptops, or you go steal some games, or you go steal basic like just stuff like that. Oh, electronics, yeah, that'd be cool. Like you steal like Legos, you'd be like, okay, no, I'm not gonna track you down for some Lego. No one don't get two shits about Legos, but fam, you go steal electronic products, like they go find you.
Yeah.
That's why every time you buy something with electronic item, they scan like the code on the next to it. Like there's the barcode and then there's the SKU code. That means it's tracking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, they're doing like also because of that, they're doing anti-countermeasures with like, pre-boarding up windows.
Yes.
And now.
Yes.
We are living in that police thing. We're living in the police state because they're blocking off entrances now. And I've seen it before. I've seen it like we're in our local area. There's a Target and a Best Buy next to each other. They blocked off like 3 of the 2 entrances or something. No, like 3 out of the 5.
Yeah, 3 out of 5. Yeah, it's 5.
And
so
it just looks. It's crazy. I'm like, damn, really? That's how it is, huh?
Yeah. It just It is. And I'm just like, man, I'm not saying ridiculous, but I said, man, this is like, I would say not. It's a scary time. It's a scary time to be like
this is
around because you're not sure what's next.
freaking
Like you'd be like, oh, what's next? And everything else. What next could weird? Be like, I don't want to know what's next.
Yeah, because it has been obviously it's been getting worse and worse every month. I'm like, what the hell can happen now? Like we actually are gonna go in like we're gonna have a recession. We're gonna the South is gonna recede, and then we're gonna have another Civil War Part 2. It's like that's
only thing I have to say, if we win, I'm still buying houses in the South. It's cheap out there.
I guess so, but I wouldn't want to, even if you can. But I don't want to live in the South.
Well, depending on the South, though.
Yeah,
Depends
that is
on the
true.
South.
Depending on the South, but
I
don't know, man. Either way, it's just like it. This is America. That song is predicted the future.
Yeah.
Well, it also predicted the present and the past. But it really is like something else right now. We're basically living through history now, like the pandemic, then the riots. So it's like all that just happens within the span of.
And I would guess that with people our age and on 30-something age, be like, oh yeah, there's nothing gonna be about this. And we just deal with the crookedness of different things and like, oh yeah, there's the World Trade Center. Yeah, that happened. Okay, cool. That could be in history books. But then, like, oh yeah, there's the pandemic and all this happen. Just like, what is going on? What? Like, I would never guess that. They have to say like probably in high school, like my daughter's high school. They go talk about this stuff here.
There is a funny meme saying like kids in 2045 reading up what happened in trying to study what everything had happened in 2020. So that's a funny meme. You get some funny memes out of this whole thing. I mean,
and when I'm pretty sure memes would be a reference to in a history book.
The whole like this was culturally irrelevant at that point.
Pepe the Frog. The Republicans took it back. Like what? Pepe?
I don't know what's gonna happen now. The whole this thing like I don't know what's gonna happen in the future anymore. Yeah, it's like it is the beginning of June right now, so we're just not sure. Like, what's this whole world thing going to?
Also, don't forget, this year's election year too.
Yeah, that's true. That's
with
still
all
happening.
the stuff that's going on, it's still election year. Be like, so how we go vote? And that's the only thing I have to say. So like, fam, so how we go vote if there's still the coronavirus, everything else, and this election supposed to be happening? Yeah, basketball is coming back, but that season's gonna be weird.
That also happened. I forgot that happened in 2022. Kobe Bryant. I was like
2022.
No, in 2020 also. That happened in 2020.
Kobe Bryant passed away. Also, a bunch of other people passed away too.
It was just like, man, that happened in the beginning of the year. So it's like that was just a sign of things to come. You're like, holy crap. Everything just got worse and worse as time went on. Now here we are.
Now here we are. We here again.
This is the future, huh? But I guess if you want to bring it down too much, the entire podcast.
But there's like, there's the new console system allegedly supposed to come out soon.
Well, all the companies now are all like, doing the whole like we stand with the solidarity and all that stuff, which also just for me just feels like such a weird thing for companies to do because like people are rebelling against the companies, at least at this point, from what I can tell.
Yeah, but also people want to know if there's certain companies not racist or not.
That's the whole thing right there. Like, this more of a thing.
So, like, if you're racist, then what's wrong with you and everything else? Like, you're supposed to be against the companies. Yeah, but we want to make sure the company's not racist. If they openly racist, then we're not going to support them. See, it's this validation. It's like pretty much like, are you sure you're not racist? No. And then be like, okay.
Yeah. And that's
this company not racist. Hey, good save.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what's gonna be going on because like I saw all the pictures and videos and all that stuff like downtown Chicago, and it's different when it's actually in your hometown, So you feel like, damn, really that's here. We were talking about it when we were saying Minneapolis, saying like, damn, that's like a couple states away. So now it's like it's localized and also now it's everywhere too. You're seeing like videos of like, oh, this is what's happening in Miami, this is what's happening in New York, this is, this place right here. It's a lot to get through. But yeah, I don't know. That's all the things I guess we can say about what's going on right now. We'll see what happens next week. I mean, I know you've been playing Mass Effect. Which is a funny thing.
Yeah, I have been. Yep.
Is there a
Feels
reason
good
why,
playing that game
or is
again.
it just because?
Just because I was just in the mood to play Mass Effect.
Oh, okay. I don't.
I started a new file and everything.
I played that game twice, so I don't think I can play it again a third time.
I played it so many different times. It's not funny. I finished Mass Effect 1 and I'm into Mass Effect 2.
Oh, okay.
I have to say, once you finish like Mass Effect 1, then you realize like, man, there's a whole lot of stuff, and it's just a whole lot of dialogue. It's a slower pace. Then when you play Mass Effect 2, it's like, okay, everything's fast, everything boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that really was a great trilogy. I mean, 2/3 of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still like part 3, except for the end. And then less said about Andromeda, the better.
Yeah.
Are they ever gonna come back? I don't know.
I don't think so. No.
It's because BioWare has been bought out, so it's like they were the chosen ones, and now since EA got their claws on it, they were like, yeah, we'll make this. I don't know what they were planning to do with it actually. We'll make Andromeda, but like Andromeda Part 2, Andromeda Part 3. Like, you can. Too bad Part 1 never. Hit those.
Yeah, one thing they could do is remaster the whole thing.
Yeah, at this age of like remasters, they should be like, I would love to see a whole like trilogy remastered thing.
Yep.
But
I don't see why not.
I don't see why not either. Maybe they're just waiting until like the actual like new consoles come out, and that's the thing too. Like with new consoles coming out, it is funny to be like,
well, if we'll ever decide the price point.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like
don't forget, man, everything getting pushed back, so it's not like, hey. PlayStation supposed to have the announcement like earlier, like this week, like on Tuesday, Wednesday, but everything happened, so everybody's like, you know what? I think it's not time for you to pretty much do a console talk about how America's on fire right now.
Yeah, but I still, like I said, like I still don't. I don't get like why. I don't know. Why is it? It shouldn't be this complicated. That's all it is. It's like I just want to know I just want to know the Series X, like with the price points on. I think we were supposed to also get like E3. It's probably like around this time right now.
Yep. There's no E3, so there you go.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for that now. Still got this. Still on the Xbox, and then also later next month is Ghost of Tsushima. Then this month is Last of Us Part 2. So it's like we get at least a couple of games coming out this time. I've also watched on online what do you call it? Oh, Enter the Dragon. I saw Enter the Dragon finally. With Bruce Lee.
Did you see Return the Dragon?
Huh?
Did you see Return the Dragon?
No, I haven't seen Return. That's another thing, isn't it?
Yep. It's a continuation.
Oh, is it?
I think Return the Dragon is on. It's the first one. The Enter is the second one.
So I watched the second one first.
Like I said, I don't know, man. It's just a weird time frame.
It is pretty weird to think about right there. But
like I said, I don't know.
I like Enter the Dragon's pretty good. I mean, a lot of it's not really aged well, but
Well, no. Well, of course not, man. 70s, man. 70s.
Yeah, I know, but you can truly see how like charismatic Bruce Lee is in this.
Yeah, that was the one. I guess like the opening, like American produced ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like Return, it was more pretty much his company and everything else.
No, okay, that's true. But yeah, I was like watching that, and then I saw that one frame where I've seen before of the
mirror shot.
No, the one where he jumps on some dude and then like.
Oh yeah, talk about the one who killed his sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I know where that's from. So I was like, oh, so there you go, there it is. That's where I've seen it from.
But that whole thing had context in a lot of people because I saw Into the Dragon like when I was a kid and everything, like around 6 or 7 everything else, and Like first, I was like, I was understand like, that dude deserved to die. And my mom was like, why? I was like, and the mom was like, what? And I was like, yeah, because it killed his sister. Was going to rape his sister.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did not know it was gonna be like part what do you call it, spy movie also. And I'm just
Oh
like,
yeah, which they
like, huh?
had to fill that in too.
I thought it was gonna be like a like a fighting
A
one, like
straight up
a
martial
tournament.
arts
Yeah, like it was a tournament thing happening, but no, he's like also
pseudo spy
freeing prisoners and stuff. That I'm just like, okay,
and a
not expect
young
that.
Jackie Chan.
Yeah, I mean it's from what it is, like it's a very like good like martial arts because you can see how fast Bruce Lee is like with kicks and with the whole
Yep,
what the
and a very what I say, Bill John Sachs.
yeah.
John Sachs, aka the father of what's the face on Nightmare on Elm Street.
Robert England.
No,
Oh, Wes
he's
Craven.
okay. John Sachs, okay, the cop. Okay, so have you remember do you remember Nightmare on Elm Street,
no,
bro?
I don't remember it
Okay.
at all.
So Johnny Depp was what the main character. I forgot the main character's name.
Was
But
he was
but the
in
main
Friday
character.
13th though, wasn't he?
No, he's not Friday the 13th. This I'm talking about Nightmare.
Oh, okay.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy, pretty much. You go original Friday the 13th. The killer was the mother, Jason's mother.
Yeah.
Okay, Freddy was pretty much was all the killer in Nightmare on Elm Street. But the father of the main character is John Sachs. And he's a police officer.
I see.
Of Nancy. So
Yeah.
the main character is named Nancy, and Nancy's father is John Sachs.
Oh, okay.
And the mother was a drunken alcoholic. And she gets killed at the end, getting sucked through a door.
I see.
And Johnny Depp was the boyfriend of Nancy, and Johnny Depp get killed, gets sucked into the bed, and blood gets shot through the to the wall, well, through the ceiling.
Yeah.
How do I remember all that? Because that used to scare the living crap out of me when I was young.
Yeah, the Freddy movies that we haven't had.
The first Freddy movie was creepy.
Yeah, it was because it was like kind of like it's first of its kind. Like he attacks you in your dreams, and you can't do anything about that because.
Yeah, the second movie was very, very homoerotic, I would say.
That's funny. The one I remember the most is the one where he's playing on the video games. That kills that. Dude. I don't know which part that was, but it was the one with the hearing aid too. That was also that would creep me out because it's like.
Okay. So so you think of. That was you think of 4 and 5.
I guess that's the one I saw the most.
Because part 3 was Dream Warriors, and all the teenagers was like pretty much was like had some issues because they was the children of like Elm Street, and one of them was a drug addict. 4 was pretty much was a Dream Master, and Dream Master was like the main character had all the powers of the previous people from Dream Warriors. 5 was the daughter of Freddy, and that you think of like video game references. I think 5 was also a video game because he had like the power glove, and he said it's so bad. I think that was 5 and 6 was Last Nightmare. Well, that was 6. I think 6 was Last Nightmare.
Then there 5 was New Nightmare.
New Nightmare was quote unquote the new thing, but it was not.
Yeah.
It was a retelling of 1.
Yeah, and then there was.
It was the what if scenario if it was a movie, but next actually he was a real thing.
Yeah, I think I saw. I remember seeing that one only because I saw him with my neighbor, and I was like, huh. This is what that is, huh? And then there was the 2012 or 2011 reboot, which never went.
It was trying to be more edgy and hardcore, like Batman.
Yeah, basically.
And it was like, oh no, because Freddy, Freddy became more campy in like the third one.
That's what I can imagine too. He's like,
third Freddy is more campy. There's more jokes. Yeah. And he was still serious, but it was like campy. Like 4th one's definitely campy.
Yeah. Well, what I was about to say though about Enter the Dragon, I remember only because the last fight with the guy with the claw.
Yeah.
Um, I just remember watching that and I thought it was cool. Like when I was a kid, I think I
Oh,
probably only saw
the
it
cinematography
on
was
that
just
scene.
no great.
But for me, that room is like it doesn't look as confusing as they set it out to be. That
Hmm.
mirror room, because I'm just like he's right there, and he just walks in front of the room. Like you should be able to see him, right? And then like I don't know how this room is built, but it looks like it's built like an actual room, like a square
Uh-huh.
room. I don't know. That's what I thought was kind of funny, but it is
But yeah,
still
but
pretty
at
cool
the same
scene.
when you was young, you go now if you understand, it's like wait, this how big is this room actually?
Yeah.
But then it's like then you realize like when you was a kid, like he's like oh he's not there, where he's at. But I do like this shot when he kicks him, and then like all you see like the images of Lee, Bruce kicking the guy.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Hmm.
That was like a cool like shot that they thought of like wow we can do this right here. No one's ever done this
Hmm.
before, and like yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool though. I also saw did I mention this? I watched The Star Is Born. I don't know if I don't know if I did.
I think yeah you did.
Oh well, I also
I
watched
think you did.
Ford versus
Same with
Ferrari.
Alex. Hmm.
I don't think I said during Alex time, but I remember I watched Star Is Born and I thought like yeah it was a good movie. But there's like five of these movies now, and they're all called the same exact thing. And you didn't, and it's funny to think like oh they got Lady Gaga and they got Bradley Cooper. They actually work well together, and then but yeah, I saw Ford v Ferrari. Also,
And how was that?
it was good, but you really got to be into cars well, I don't even know if you should be into cars, but like there's some they explain some stuff, but it's a
Yeah,
really
well
long
you have
movie.
to have some car knowledge.
It is a really long movie though. That's all I gotta say. I was like did not
That's
expect
what I
to.
heard.
Um, but it's fun to see Christian Bale again because he just doesn't pop up in movies as much anymore. Um, but I liked it for the most part. They kept some stuff interesting, but when it go into car talk, I'm just like this goes over my head. Even though I work with cars, not like that, but I still.
You're just like nah. It's just like okay, I get the references. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I also had a Discord video call with with my high school friends like a couple days ago.
Oh wow.
That was kind of cool. I think they said like, oh, this looks better than Zoom. I'm just like, I never use Zoom. I never use any other stuff, but yeah, Discord has a pretty good like quality when it comes to doing a video call. So it's all four of us, which is kind of cool. And we have like you were planning to like, oh, this happened like earlier, like in November. I was like, oh, we should all meet up. We should all do something. And then of course adult life comes through, and you're like, yeah, we can't really actually do that.
Hmm.
But now during all this, and then we're just like, at least we can all go through video call. It should be easy. I even texted Sonny, which was like, Sonny, do you have Discord? And you know what he said?
What?
He's like, no, what's that? I'm like, okay.
Of course.
And so I sent it. Like, it's an app you can use voice chat with. You should download it and then let me know. And then he's like, okay, I got it. I'm like, okay, cool. And then it worked out pretty well. We all saw each other. We're like, hey, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We had a nice.
See, like everyone's like, oh, if you want to use this, you use Zoom. But like people are like, Discord is much better.
I think Zoom is more class. I think it's more classroom. That's what I feel, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, my daughter used Zoom for her classes and everything else.
Oh, I see.
Like the Zoomers, like oh, use the Zoomer generation.
Zoomer. Is that why they chose the name Zoom to appeal
Yeah,
to the
I guess
Zoomers?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. But yeah, I was talking with them, and it was nice to catch up with them because I was asking, it's like, so what you been doing this whole time, and he'd be like, oh yeah, I just just been home, just set up a nice fire in the front yard, seeing people. I was like, that's good to know, man. I hope you all guys are just this happened like I think during like that Monday or no, it was a Sunday too also when
Mm-hmm.
it was just starting to rise, the fire rises.
The tension was rise.
um, and yeah, we were talking about like yeah, it's crazy, it's gonna happen right now. Then it did all happen,
Mm-hmm.
but it's insane right there. I don't know what else I did though. I was like, what happened this week? Oh yeah, I just recently found out that yeah, I'm still off my job, and still see what's gonna happen with that one.
Yeah.
I went back though. I went back because I had to get my oil changed.
Yeah. What?
I had to get an oil
Oh,
change.
or change. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
because I was like, oh,
But
it's
what
time.
they like? Hey, you.
Yeah, they were like, "There's the guy." That's the shout
Uh,
inside my job. Every time someone if some guy comes from like a parts store, brings in parts, they all say, "There's the guy," and then I come
like
in,
that is the guy.
and a lot of people that were also furloughed, they're back. And I like check the schedule. I'm literally the only one that's not back.
People like, what is this?
I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna complain against it, but that's really funny.
Like they was like, you just furloughed for another month or for the summer.
This is what says on the thing because they were hearing other things. Because according to the letter, like, oh yeah, we're extending it until August. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and then what they heard over there, like, oh yeah, I told when I went over there and asked and told one of the guys I was working with, I'm like, oh yeah, so it seems it's still off. And he's like, what? You're not back yet? I'm like, no, I'm obviously not. Look at my clothes. And he's like, oh, so when are you supposed to be back? I'm like, they said till August, and they're like, oh, I heard up front it's supposed to be July. I'm like, I don't know, this is an official letter, so who knows at this point.
Mm-hmm. He said, unless they be like, hey, why you not
Yeah.
why you not back? And you'd be like, I didn't get no confirmation. You on the schedule? I am.
I'm like, okay, sure, whatever.
Well, I guess I would get dressed then.
Yeah, because like, well, this is also the Chicago one, but yeah, we did open up, like Wednesday, I believe. And
Mm-hmm.
that Wednesday was like it was still during all this, so it's like you can't really feel it.
Yeah.
But a lot
Oh
more
no, I could give
stores.
you another Chicago minute
Yeah,
too.
go on.
No, go ahead, continue on.
But a lot more stores are now open up now. They're like, oh yeah, you can come in now because I think Nakama Toys was for
Mm-hmm.
this past couple of months were like was closed, but they're like, oh yeah, you can come in now. But you gotta wear a mask and only two people at a time in the store.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and now you can eat outside, which is I guess the trade off.
Yeah. Or you could just take it to go if
Yeah,
certain
it's
restaurants
still mostly
offer
just
that.
take out and
Mm-hmm.
contactless curbside delivery. But you were about to say something about Chicago Minute.
I got a haircut.
Oh yeah, haircuts places are open now again too.
Yeah,
How
I
did
got a
how did
haircut.
that feel?
It felt very good, my friend. It felt very, very good to knowing that you've been like quarantining your hair for the past 2 months and stuff, and you've just been like, oh man, just one day, this will all just be these sides will feel. I will feel nice wind against my scalp.
You got all lined up and everything.
Yeah.
That's good.
But here goes the thing is now just like no with the haircut regulation now, so I had to wear my mask,
Mm-hmm.
and then the barber had to wear the mask as well too. Also, if I like getting shaved, they had to wear a face mask too.
Oh wow! So it's like
They had to
actually
wear
like going into surgery.
yeah, they had to wear that big bulky face mask thing.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, wow, really? Like, no, my barber's like, yeah, no, that's the regulations they have to we have to do.
I mean,
I
at
was like,
least
wow.
we're taking at least another step forward in this whole thing.
Yeah, so like I guess like this new normal that you have to wear these different things now until like everything just become like is what it is. Before everything's become like okay, this is how it is now.
I stopped.
But yeah,
by,
that's why I was like okay.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I stopped by what do you call it, half price, just because they've been also closed for like 2 months.
Oh, they open?
They're open now, yes.
Oh wow.
So I was like, I need to feel normal again. So I stopped in there. I was just like, and they're doing the whole thing like, oh yeah, only like 4 people at a time, or like 6-10 people at a time. People outside waiting, and Best Buy I think is opening up too. At least the one over in Niles was starting to, but there was a line, and I'm like, I don't want to wait in line.
Yeah, like I don't need to wait in line for that. Target's just been opening, whatever. Walmart's been opening. Like those stores.
I stopped by that one Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
They had new hours since this whole thing happened. Like, oh, we're closing at 5 now. And I'm like, wow, that's a crazy shame right there to be like, oh, Walmart's were open 24 hours, but now only until 5 p.m. And I got there around 4, but they were closing already because like, I was trying to go to the first store, and they were like, "Oh, we're this you can't enter." I'm like, "What the hell?" And then some people were mad. They were like, "They said it was supposed to be open till 5. It's only 4." And like, "Oh yes, we're closing early today." So that doesn't make sense. I'm already here. I'm just like, whatever. Just take your L and get out. That's what I
Yeah,
felt.
but a lot of people refuse to take L's. But like, no, I'm with you. You told me this time. But like, yeah, but subject to change.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite retail line. Subject to change.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we close it this time unless subject to change.
That is true. So yeah, the whole thing with everything's opening up now, and I still feel like we're not still ready yet, but there's still some semblance of like we're trying to make it normal again, which is all we can hope for in this world.
Yes.
Because I don't think we'll probably get to normal until probably like, this is my prediction, probably like around December. I'm gonna say like around November or December we should probably be like, this is probably like getting close to what it should be like. But the whole thing,
I would say by maybe like next year.
like what, around this time, around June, or just
Yeah, in general next year, though, that like the normalcy will kick back in place.
I don't know how it's gonna be like for like conventions and stuff like that now. At least in the next year, I mean.
I don't even know about conventions, man. That's just so weird. Like, you can't just like, oh, no, what about conventions? Like, because it's so many different bodies.
Yeah, that's like that's a factor you can't really control right there.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people out there who are, who
doesn't believe in body wash.
Yeah, so they're already giving you a nice double combo.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
the wombo combo factor. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, they can't. If they do that, like, okay, so all the gatherings and meetings are gonna have to be 6 p.m. Like, oh my god, so it's like, what's the point?
It had to be like, okay, you guys. It had to be like actually scheduled photo shoots. Not like, okay, you guys are right here at this time. 15 minutes, go.
Tournaments, they have to take extra minutes, like wipe down everything. Like it's not good. But yeah, we'll see you all next week. Unless you got something to say.
Next week, I will be a year older.
Oh, is that right? What are you doing for your birthday? You're going to the club?
Yeah, a club. Okay,
you're gonna go to the club sandwich.
I can't stand club sandwiches.
What? Oh man.
Yeah. And I stand club sandwiches.
You're on my list right now.
Okay, cool. Awesome. I hope it's a cool list.
The list of people who don't like club sandwiches. Have you seen that guy on Twitter who's going angry at everything? So he's putting up a list.
Oh, the one angry gamer.
It's a battle like you just can't win. That's like why do that?
I don't either. You just heard just like Alexa just saying random stuff like she doesn't understand. I don't understand either because like what made you decide to make a list?
People just have too much time on their hands. Also, that's also one thing. I'm like, he's racist as hell, or at least that's what I feel like.
Yeah, and also like he's UK, right?
I don't know.
He's not from the United States. So how he gives the authority to make a list of things? Like, my guy, you making a list of stuff that's you're not even involved in. What?
I know.
I'm confused. How did this logic happen? Who passed this? Whose man's is this?
Just people just wilding out right now. That's all it is. You got nothing else to do. This whole it's kind of a big. It's a whiplash. It's like for first 2 months we were kind of like indoors and all that stuff, but then this happens and boom, we're back in the public. But you shouldn't be,
Mm-hmm. So you're supposed to be inside. Well, yeah, you see it. Well, I guess I guess I go stay outside now. Exactly. Outside.
I wish I had one of those projectors though. That would be nice. Just project something on some dude's building. Be like, hey, we can watch this, but not in my neighborhood. My neighborhood sucks, and I don't want to give any pleasure to this neighborhood that is time and time again just disappointed me in so many ways.
Disappointing in so many different ways. So many things.
Go to our facebook.com/the Dead Pixels of the Internet. You can like the page. We haven't had a like, but you know what? It's all good. The likes will come at some point. We're still waiting for that day. Go to our regular page, the Dead Pixels of the Internet. .podbean.com.
Yeah.
Go to
And go
my
to the YouTube channel.
go to our YouTube Dead Pixels Internet. Go to
And
my
go to my YouTube channel, which I didn't upload forever from the Skill Tree of Chicago.
Are you
Which
to come
someone
back
asked me, like, hey, are you still doing that YouTube thing? I was like, yeah, but with how everything's going on right now, how you gonna have the right mindset to record?
Your friend still doing it though.
Oh yeah, he's still doing it, so I'm proud of him. Go ahead, Sanji, do what you can. Hold down the brand. Hold the line.
Yeah.
Hold the line. That's Mass Effect Memphis, by the way.
Wow, 15-year-old reference. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, one thing I was listening to earlier, a recommendation for you music head listeners. It's 20 years of pretty much two of my favorite albums.
Oh, yeah?
The Sea of Names.
Uh-huh.
Or I forget how I say it, but it's the Perfect Circle album, a Perfect Circle album.
That's the first time I ever heard you say anything about Perfect Circle, and I will now take away points from your file again.
Really? How so?
I don't know. That's a joke, but it's funny. Like, wow, Perfect Circle. That's an out of nowhere thing. You know, I've never heard.
Have you ever listened to Perfect Circle?
I probably like the one song, their one single.
Well, they have many different singles.
But, to me, there's only one.
And which one's Judith?
I don't know. I gotta probably look up like what's their songs. What do they got? Let me see.
They got plenty different ones. There's Outsider. There's Judas. There's that one that was on freaking that one movie, Constantine.
Constantine. There you
go. There's also what I found out too. Guess what else got released on like freaking Apple Music recently?
What?
That they hold off forever. Now you can stream it.
Which that?
Tool.
Oh, Tool, huh?
Yes.
Why, they were holding it off of Apple? That's weird.
Yes.
Is it because of the creator
few
cells, or?
I don't know. I think they just was like, no. They refused to have their stuff get streamed, and now their stuff is streamed now.
That's cool, I guess.
I was like, wait, Tool's on Apple Music? Let's freaking go!
Do the pieces
and I was
fit?
Like, huh?
Do you know if the pieces fit?
Yeah, yes, they do. I actually, like they're long 8-minute, 9-minute songs.
They're also their music videos, which just feel like a fever dream if you watch them.
Exactly. Which I was watching it like on Apple Music and everything else. Like, yeah, this video. I just like the dreams. Like, I don't get the video, but okay, cool. I references. All right.
That's what the thing is with those videos. Like, you can tell, like, at least they're putting some kind of weird effort into this, even though it's like some guy's art project. Like,
this is art. That's what I said. You watch this, you are watching art right now. So, like, yes, you are, fam. Yes, you are.
So, yeah, it's like a little mini horror story, basically, just in music video form.
Yeah, especially if you listen to the song "Prison Rape." if you read the lyrics of Prison Rape, you'd be like, okay, because listen to Maynard singing. Sometimes like mumbles, but then you look at the words, you be like, oh, whoa, okay, Maynard. You are a very wizardly with your words, but okay, Somnize and symptom. What? What is going on?
I'm probably gonna listen to that when I'm doing my daily jog or something.
Your daily walker.
Walking? No, it's like I have a routine now, which is like every block or so, every half block or block, I just do I'll do a little bit more, you know.
A sprint.
A sprint I can't do. I'm building up to a sprint, so it's like walk for a bit and then do a light jog and then walk and then do that. And you know what really helps? I know it's gonna sound really disgusting and weeby, but a lot of anime songs.
Wow, what anime songs get you hyped?
I like what do you call it? Of course, the Ippo one, man. The Hajime Ippo intro song. It's like that gets me pumped so much. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm energized again. Here we go. And let's see. The JoJo ones are pretty good.
Yeah. Also, they brought back Fighting Gold on Apple Music. I'm so happy.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah, I
Oh.
was like, yes, and it's the English one, so I was like, okay, still good, still good, still good. And it's not the English cover one. No, it's the Coda version of the English one. So yep, yes, I take it.
That's cool.
Okay. Yes, I like to fight and go, fighting. Oh, yes. And also another JoJo reference. I know we're supposed to close this out. Listen to the English voice acting of Diavolo and Doppio.
Yeah, it's a really cool, like, you know, I saw the Metallica fight, and it's funny because they still say like, oh, Metallic, but then in the title of the episode's like, you know, Doppio versus Metallica. I'm like, man, they know what the deal's up.
We go finish him, Metallic, and then you're like,
He also does the whole like, oh, I thought he was gonna do his own thing, but he does that version of it. Like, you hear that? That's the phone right there. I'm just like, Doppio. This is why people like it. And
right, that was one one anime, like one thing I was supposed to cosplay as this year for ASIN.
yeah, it never happened.
I still could wait till next year.
Yeah, that's I think that I felt a little bit of relief because I was like, I had so many plans to, like, you know, I want to do this and this, but then like as soon as I got to it, I was like, I should get ready, but it's like I don't want to go out and get stuff. And then I got to one like, oh, I'll get ready before the month before, and then no, it didn't happen. So I was like, okay, that's a lot more easier in the wallet.
Yeah, like, hey, save money, live more, save more. Geico.
Whoa, sponsored by Geico, the Geico caveman.
Whoa. Okay. Anything else we have? Oh yeah, go to the Spotify.
Yeah, go
to
to
Spotify. Apple Music.
Apple Podcasts. You mean
Apple Podcasts?
If we're on music, wow,
Apple
that'd be
Podcast.
cool.
Yeah, Apple Podcasts.
Any podcast app at this point.
Stitcher Radio.
Stitcher Radio. Go to our Twitter. Mine is Joe Manuel. I'm in it for the memes, so you know. Just
remember, he's all jokes. Do not take nothing so serious.
Wait, was that a complaint happening? Were there complaints happening against me? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, like direct message or something? Because I don't even.
No, just like DMs on my DMs, like, yo, is your partner serious about that? I'm like, no, it's a joke.
Jesus,
like,
I'm really good at doing that.
Because you know, just saying, since I do like hey, you know, want to have Dead Pixel Internet, blah blah blah. And all this stuff there, it just like I had to tell people like, hey, he's joking. It's not like serious, because I know how a lot of people are now that they are not sure about your sense of humor.
If I was real about that, you think I'd be in jail or something?
Well,
I don't know. For me, it's funny just because like that's something I wouldn't. Well, you would never know, but like I would never outright admit to something like that.
Yeah, but like I said, people don't know you.
People don't know that, but it's a whatever. It's a joke. That's all it is.
It's the satire.
That's not even the first time I've ever used that type of joke anyway, so it's like whatever.
Yeah, but when you be like,
just say straight faced.
Yeah, straight face, and also how everything is now. You don't. Like I said, you. No.
I thought you were talking about the joke of like the whole like, oh, this is where people like to go to restaurants was like their favorites. I thought that was what you were trying to reference, but in my mind I think people are actually talking about me because for some reason it just feels like what it would have been.
I was like, yeah, let me clarify that. So anyone following me, my name's Broke Hansquare, Trailer Broke Hansquare. Like, it was a joke that he was saying. Also, Chuck E. Cheese is disgusting. Just just the facts. No, don't hate me on this, but Chuck E. Cheese is a disgusting place to eat food.
Have you ever taken your daughter there, or is it just?
Yes, I have many different times.
Okay.
And I have to tell you that she don't like pizza, so
like half the experience is gone.
Yeah, half the experience is gone. Also, right now she's too big enough for that. Okay, she's like, no, Chuck E. Cheese not her thing no more. But you know what her thing is? Go be into different clubs. That's what her thing is. She go be now.
Clubs?
Go be into.
Like Like, what do you mean, like nature club or something?
Like science club.
Oh,
She's
okay.
like she wanted like be involved in, and anime club.
Uh-oh, here it goes.
Yeah, which when I heard that, I'm just like, wait, what? Like, mine just completely just like, wait, what? Like John Tron, like, wait, what?
That is what they say about history. It repeats itself, and it's happening right now.
Yes, which is weird because I would never guess my daughter would be like, yeah, anime, cool, awesome. Or because she do like
It's way
Pokemon.
more accepted now than it was
Yeah,
back then. So
but like
it's
no,
kind of
like I
weird.
said, Pokemon's cool and all, but I never know. Like, well, she is like, of this age, but I'm like, she'd be like, oh yeah, that's Japanese animation, like anime, and be like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, sure, whatever. I think of like other things that's anime,
Yeah.
not just her be like, oh yeah, I want to be a part of this anime club, like nerd. But I'll be like, okay, she's my nerd. Like, what else you can say if you when you're little kid, the clone of you that you helped created 50% of you, and then they'd be like, yeah, I find the same interest as you like, and you'd be like, stop lying, you lying, you liar. Like,
Hey,
no.
yeah, your kids do kind of just see what you're doing, and then they kind of just mimic you. So it's just big rubbing off on you.
True, but to a certain point, you
Yeah.
know,
I mean, I get that too. It's like,
but like during the age I was, during the age that
yeah,
she
were
was,
you into
I was
anime at that age?
no.
Well, I'm guessing because your parents probably weren't into it too, so it was a thing that you had to develop.
Yeah, I developed, but at the same time, I was like, I was in more trying to be a basketball player.
Oh yeah.
When, in the age, I was, the age that she was, I was trying to be a basketball player. I was playing basketball in the alley, so
Oh
so
man.
that's what my mindset was,
And
trying to be
now
a basketball player.
with these old bones.
These old bones. What I'm trying to do is pretty much, well, I'm a podcaster. I work at a store.
Yeah.
I am a producer of some sort, a video editor, an audio editor. I wish that there's certain things that we can do more.
Yeah. We'll see what happens during this whole thing.
Well, I'm not saying like more like this. I just wish there's opportunity for us to do more because I believe in our talents that we are really good. No, we've been doing this for almost like 10 years.
Almost at this point, yes.
So just like, I've been doing longer than 10 years, and I believe like, hey, our expertise is really good.
And the thing is too, like you gotta think about like it is hard to like keep a conversation going, you know?
Yes. And also, it's very hard to keep a podcast consecutively running for 9 years, and this is a 9 years too.
Yeah.
Like the other podcast that was like, that we referenced, like the Dead Mics, and they, probably went through a different name change, or like all these different people probably
I should
not
probably
talk
check
to.
in on them, see what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
like,
the one that you were on before too, the riot, the fan riot.
Mm-hmm.
Is that?
And I think they're more focused like on the fan riot is more focused like on cons and like online reviews, not like on like.
Yeah, but
like
I'm just saying, I think
form.
if you like listen to that one, how you started off before, it was kind of like not as you were like, oh, it's harder to like conversate with stuff like that and trying to be like, oh, we want to be entertaining and kind of like funny as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we kind of hit that stride. We're pretty good at doing that. I mean, it's not to pat ourselves on the back or anything, but it is a skill you have to do.
We grew too. We grew, so we was like, hey, we focus like on like these specific topics. Now we just like, hey, man, there's like certain topics like we have to like quote unquote discuss. Like right now, like real life, we have to discuss real life.
Yeah, we have to discuss.
No.
It. We can't. No. I only want to discuss. I want to discuss fake life, Second Life on the computer.
Well, stay in your virtual reality.
Hey, if I had a Vive, I'd be on there every day talking to.
No, you would die.
Sonic and Knuckles, just VR chatting the whole day.
You would die, and I would go in your place and collect all your stuff.
At that point, I would have spread the coronavirus on every single one of my items.
Cool, awesome. Then I would sell them. Like I said, I would just get your stuff and just sell it. And guess what? Spread the coronavirus all over the earth.
Okay, well, this is how Mad Max starts.
And yep, and then I will have the tagline. I will have a like let's see the like a gift on your of your on gravestone. Say I hope they remember you.
Wow, if you can put a GIF on a gravestone, that would be it.
Yep. I think if I ever die in a timely fashion, having gifts on gravestones, I will put that as one.
If anything, I would like at least laser engraved on the image of that on my gravestone.
Oh yeah. Hope they remember you. And be like, wow, this guy really loved the Avengers movie, huh?
Like, nah, I just like Thanos.
Like, hey, you come back to me.
No, that'd be cool.
All this stuff.
Anyways, what
Alright, then.
a very fun last we were supposed to close out 15 minutes ago, but here we are. So, anyways, this has been
the Dead Pixel
Internet.
We're in the picture internet
since
since
2011.
2011.